back to the Ari Show. I am Ariana, and today we're actually going to be doing something just a bit different or new because it's not necessarily different. It's not been introduced yet to the channel, so yeah. Today we're gonna be doing Talk to Me Thursdays, and it's basically just a little thing where I have something on my heart and I come and talk about it. So I was going to do a different video for today, but this specific topic has been on my mind just the last couple of days, because the last couple of days I've been kind of sad, not necessarily sad, but like moody more so. And I know that I don't have a reason to be sad, so this specific topic and the point that I'm gonna hit in this specific topic is very likely the reason that I've been feeling more so down than anything. So whatever, the topic for today is going to be consistency and learning to be adaptable, or maintaining flexibility when things seem a little bit hard. And I think that's my topic for today, for the simple fact that, you know, I've got a lot going on in my life, and these videos, I want to be able to look back at them and just like as my own personal reminder for myself, that you've been here before, and you know, because life is typically on a cycle of its own, that I will likely see this day, and this video will be helpful for me. I will see this day again, and this video will be helpful for me down the road. So what I wanted to say was basically like how it's been helping me being consistent. Like when I get sad, how I've been the last couple of days, it's mostly because I've got these commitment issues. No, for real, I got commitment issues, and I've committed myself to so many new things, like just within the last week alone. And I tend to fall into what I like to call new activity depression. And it's basically when I take on something new, and in the adjustment to it, I fall into like this realization that I've actually committed myself to something, and I then have to overcome, you know, that period where I don't want to do it for the simple fact that I've committed myself to it. And maybe it's just me, maybe I'm the only one who goes through this, but that's why I'm making this video, for me and the people like me who, you know, need a little bit extra encouragement to just get up and do it today. For today, like even yesterday, I've been saying I was gonna do a video. I was supposed to have a video put up today. Today is Wednesday. But I just couldn't bring myself to make videos over the last couple of days. And I think like the idea that something in the world has my face on it, something in the world has my name on it, is kind of like, it's crippling for me. So I have been spending the last couple of days fighting the urge to just delete the channel, delete my Instagram, delete all my social media, and remain off the face of the earth. And that is where like consistency comes into play, because I was given, you know, this feeling of want for a reason, right? So for me to kind of back out of it, even though, you know, people may not be excited about it, even though like people may not even be watching, for it to have been something that I was excited about, and to almost let like this sadness, or not even sadness, but this low vibrational energy, to have it come, you know, and I almost let it take me out of character, or like take me or sway me from the path that I had set for myself, or that was set for me. it would have been so it would have been, you know, to some people it would have been okay, but to me it would have been such a letdown, because I feel as though every time I set a path for myself, you know, I managed to get out of it in some way, shape, or form. So I have been on a road, and my goal for 2023, one of my many goals for 2023, was to find something I enjoyed and to stick with it, to basically step out of my comfort zone. And in this week alone, and I, like, you know, I get it, I'm not blaming myself, I really don't. I'm not blaming myself in the sense like, okay, you've stepped out of your comfort zone and now you want to go back. I think it's more so like you've stepped out of your comfort zone and you're looking for that way to get out of it again. And I gotta sneeze, hold on. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, to allow myself, you know, to actually have gone outside of my comfort zone, and then like to be looking for a way back in, to me, keeping myself out of that zone is improvement, you know. So the fact that I didn't get the video up yesterday, or well, yeah, yesterday, which would have been up today, you know, I was disappointed in myself, but today I'm back on the path for a video up tomorrow, which means that, you know, where I could have let my emotions get the best of me, I did not, you know. And that is something worth applauding myself for. Like, oftentimes, like, people forget that it really is the little things. Like, you're constantly pushing yourself. You don't give yourself credit for the things that you're actually doing. You don't actually, like, let yourself revel in the fact that you've come this far, because to you it still feels like it's not enough. To you, you haven't reached that end goal of where you want to be or where you feel as though you're supposed to be, but in reality you should be enjoying the steps or enjoying the process of actually getting to where it is that you want to go. And for me, and like that's, I noticed, like, and I always try to, like, I try to stop myself from doing it, but like even yesterday, like I was so hard on myself because I was like, oh my goodness, this is something you said you wanted, this is something you said you wanted. But I didn't really applaud myself, you know, for the fact that so much got done. And like I definitely didn't take time to sit back and acknowledge that I actually did a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't give myself space in between to just adapt. So while I was, you know, making videos and, you know, starting up my YouTube channel, I was also becoming like a freaking model, you know what I'm saying? And that alone, having to attend the classes for that alone was something that needed to be adapted to. So now, not only did I add a YouTube schedule into that schedule, I also became a travel agent. And then the classes for that alone, you know, were another thing that had to be adapted to. And people don't realize consistency and adaptability, they go hand in hand. If you're not adapting to your situations, your many, like, commitments, there you go, you're not adapting to your many commitments that you have set for yourself, then there is no way that you will be able to be consistent. And it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. If you want to go to the gym, but you also just added, you know, another job, and now you're working 2 jobs, you want to go to the gym, but you also got to babysit, right? How on earth can you be consistent in your workout if you're not giving yourself time and easing yourself into, you know, your new schedule? You're just trying to put working out in where it fits in, but that's not something that can just be thrown into a schedule. It's something that you have to be, willing to commit to. It's something that you have to be disciplined in. And if I'm not doing that for myself, if I'm just throwing myself in there, and one, I'm already hoping for instant gratification, so it doesn't help that this workout is like draining my energy. I also still have these things that I'm committed to, right? That I have to stay on course with. So for me, because there's really no point to this video, like literally I just want to come and I want to talk about it so that when I come back to it, I remember, if I'm at a place where I'm sad about it, I just have to give it a little more time. It's not a space for me to give up. That's not an opportunity for me to give up. It's something that needs to be reevaluated. It needs, like, something has to be readjusted so that I can feel inspired again, right? Because YouTube is not something that, and that's another thing, like everything that I just added to my plate, they're not things that like I can get instant gratification from and feel satisfied with the fact that they're being done. They're all things that have to be built upon. They're all things that, like, and like little old me, like I'm the type of person, like I don't have patience. I like to see things moving. Like, as soon as I post something, I like to see it being acknowledged. As soon as I and that's just me, like as soon as I put work out there, I like to see it being acknowledged. As soon as I do anything, I like to see, people are enjoying it or acknowledging it, or like I like to feel satisfied with myself. Or like sometimes I feel so satisfied with myself that I want to see other people feeling as excited about that. And that does not always happen, right? Like right away, like people are not always going to care about what you have to say. People are not always going to want what you are offering, or like they don't know that they want what you're offering, or they don't realize like who you are or like what you're offering in general. So it's kind of just like, while you were excited, some people didn't see it. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And I don't know why that just kind of crossed my brain, but simple reminder for myself, all the things that like, are meant for me, they're coming, and they cannot come at the pace that they're meant to come. Like, I'm expecting things to come fast, right? But even still, I'm going to slow down the process if I'm not consistent with everything that I want done for me. If I want my business to be successful, I have to keep posting about it. I have to keep talking about it. I have to keep being active, right, on the page. If I want me as my business to be successful, I have to keep talking about it. I have to keep posting it. I have to be active. If I'm my brand, if my book is my new brand, I have to keep talking about it. I have to keep posting about it. These are all like they're things that like I'm not used to doing, right? Because I'm personally a hermit in my own way. So now every aspect of my brand involves me being out there. Every aspect of my brand involves me to be consistent. It requires me, to have a planner. It requires me to have to write things down. It requires me to review things on a consistent basis. It requires me, to pull myself out of those new project depressions and tell myself that even if it doesn't feel like it now, these things are important. They're worth it. The extra time and commitment that you put into anything is worth the outcome, you know what I'm saying? And you won't feel stuck. You won't feel stuck for too long, you know what I'm saying? At some point, things have to shift to align with the things that you're desiring for yourself in the manner that they're meant to align with your path, if that makes any sense at all. But Yeah, I feel like not only that, with new things come new emotions. I feel like it's not just enough to be consistent, or it's not just enough to be one consistent or one adaptable. You know what I'm saying? When I say they go hand in hand, I really do mean that, because when I'm feeling emotional, you know what I'm saying? It's not just enough to be like, okay, well, you got to be consistent. You have to be consistent. No, because I also have to be able to adjust to the things that I'm feeling in that moment. I also have to be able to acknowledge what it is my body is asking of me. I also have to be able to just allow myself to be, like, in the space of flow, because if not, like, I find myself wanting to kind of just like have emotional outbursts, and that is where like the adjustments come in. You can't just, go spouting out at the mouth because you're in a new position, or you're nervous, or like things aren't going your way. You have to be able to control yourself. You have to be able to examine your surroundings and actually put yourself in the shoes of like the people or the things or like the situation at hand. If I decided, to take on a whole bunch of different commitments, then I have to, acknowledge my feelings. I have to be the one to make sure that my body is not overworked, is not overtired. I have to be the one to, to pull myself up and to get it done. There really is no excuses that you can make when it's just you, and you are the one, continuously, consistently adding to your plate, continuously, consistently making new commitments. Like, only you are to blame. So if you are choosing, to be out there, if you're going to choose to be great, if you're going to, put yourself into new positions, to make moves, to start working out, or to try a new hobby, whatever the case may be, you also have to put yourself in a position to listen. Listening is a part of adapting. Listening to your body, listening to what it is that you really want, listening to how you want to do things. You have to put yourself in a position to be uncomfortable. For me, like, I'm comfortable giving myself advice, but a lot of the times I don't feel qualified to talk about anything that I talk about. But I know that there are reasons that things have been placed on my heart, and I know that whatever I have to say about it, I always ask that my words be guided. Because just like this specific video, I didn't really have notes. I just know that I had a message for myself, and maybe someone else needed to hear it. So I just do my part. I'm just the messenger. But yeah, that was really just my little spiel. I didn't really, like I said, it wasn't really like a planned thing, and that's kind of how I want these videos to be. Talk to Me Thursdays, I want it to be like just a place where like I can work on myself with you all. And that was the thing that was on my heart today. I needed a reason to be consistent, and what better way to do that than to go with the flow of the day and talk to y'all about consistency and adaptability. Keep yourself organized. That is my biggest thing with my train of thought right now. If I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to make this work, then I have to be organized, have to put together my planner. I have to keep myself on a schedule. I have to stop using the word have to, because technically, you know, these are not things that I have to do. These are things that I'm choosing to do, and in choosing to do them, I have to change my attitude about the things that I am requiring of myself. So yeah, y'all have a good day. Yeah, I think that's all. Y'all have a good day. And thank y'all so much for listening to me rant. If y'all want to talk to me about anything, if y'all want me to talk about anything, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you can be aware whenever a new video goes up. I am going to try and stick to this schedule, which right now is going to be Talk to Me Thursdays, See It All Saturdays, and Moody Mondays. Which is basically Talk to Me Thursdays is going to be me just talking about any which thing, because I be having a lot on my heart. And I be called to talk about a lot of things, but sometimes I choose not to. And I feel like that's a different story, but I feel like like blocks happen in your life, you know, when you're not doing what you're called to do. So I'm going to actually start taking the things that I feel called to talk about, and we're going to turn it into a segment, and it's going to happen on Thursdays. And then See It All Saturdays. You know, I kind of just want to go out into the world and see more things, because I get tired of being in my space. Like, I work a lot, so, and I work from home, so I really like be at home a lot, and I feel like there's so much of the world and so much of Vegas itself that I have not seen. So that's gonna be on Saturdays. The Saturdays are going to start finding things to do, and we're gonna go do them, and especially because I'm off. Anyways, not the point. And then on Mondays, Moody Mondays, I kind of want to take a play on Self-Care Sundays, and just like whatever comes to mind on Mondays. It's kind of like Thursdays where I talk about anything, but on Mondays, you know, that's just gonna be like me doing a little bit of everything. Like, if I'm in the mood to talk, if I'm in the mood to do my hair, if we go get our nails done, whatever is happening for the day. Maybe I vlog, maybe I don't post. It all just is gonna depend on my mood. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time on the show. I hope y'all have a great day. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. I am Ariana, and this is The Ari Show. You can find me on all platforms at The Ari Show. And yeah, have a good day.